So in this video, we have Lisa Gniady back, and this time she is going to show us a few top yoga moves that would decrease stress and anxiety quickly. So yeah, she was just talking to me about how movement is especially important for stress and anxiety. Go for it, Lisa. You're the expert in this because she's a Kundalini yoga for so many years.
I teach Kundalini yoga and Hatha yoga and something I call energy field yoga.
Perfect.
But breath, we already went over some breath exercises. And when you combine breath and movement, it actually is taking the power of the breath practice we just did and bringing it deeper into the body even more so. Okay. So what happens when we're under stress is we hold within our body. We are full of tension and we're extremely, extremely tight. So if you are really tight and then you go into a static posture, something where you're not moving, it actually is very hard to calm down and to relax. So one of the best things to do when you are stressed is to do controlled movements. And so even just simple things where you're coordinating breath and movement, it's called vinyasa flow yoga, okay? That's like fast, hardcore yoga, but there's slow flow. And I teach a lot of seniors, there's this slow flow movement that is it's wonderful. And so I'm going to demonstrate some of those, and then just some static postures where you're in a forward folding position, because when you're doing a forward fold, it actually helps to calm the parasympathetic nervous system down. So, or I should say activate the parasympathetic nervous system. So I will just take a couple of different postures and show you and demonstrate things that you can do to help just get stuck energy moving through you so you can begin to calm down when you're feeling stressed.
Cool. And anyone can do this. You don't have to have experience in
No,
yoga.
what I'm going to show you is things that anybody can do.
Okay.
So, and in essence, they are potentially yoga poses, but they're also things you could just do in regular life too. So,
Great.
when you think about wanting to get energized, those are positions that are back bending. Okay, so that's about opening and lifting the chest, and that gives you energy and that opens you up. But when you're looking to calm down and relaxed, when you fold over, you are letting your head move below your heart. And when your head moves below your heart, you're actually moving into this place of like receptivity and releasing and letting go. And that's what we need to do when we're under stress. We need to work towards calming ourselves down, not energizing ourselves. We don't want to feed what's already there, which is the stress. We want to negate the stress and calm it down. So what we're doing is bringing ourselves back into balance by just putting ourselves in certain postures or coordinating breath and movement.
Looking forward to these demos.
Okay, so setting your environment is actually really important. If you're looking to just begin a yoga practice, or you're looking to calm yourself down, when you have cluttered surroundings, that clutter is what you're bringing into your practice. So you want to kind of keep it simple, keep it clean if possible. I mean, obviously, I have some people who just do their yoga in a corner by their bedroom because that's the space they have. But finding a place and setting your sort of the sacred space with things that you like, put things around you that energetically elevate you and lift you up. If you have like pictures of your family that you might want there, or religious figures, or whatever it is that brings you to that space of calm, when you have that set up, it helps bring you there quicker. Setting the stage, which I just rang my chimes, with music or background things can actually help bring you into a place where you're feeling more relaxed too. And also scents. Burning incense, putting on a candle, spraying essential oils, all of those things can actually help bring you to a state of relaxation before you even move into the postures. Okay. So the first thing that I'm going to demonstrate here is something called sun breaths. And this is a beginning of something called sun salutations, but you don't need to go through the full sun salutation to get the benefit of the calming and the relaxing. So we're going to begin by moving the arms and moving our body in coordination. When you coordinate your breath and movement, you're synchronizing our brain. So on one hand, it energizes you, and on one hand, it calms you. So it's about bringing yourself into the state of balance with the breath. Because one of the things when you are stressed is you are tense. So we're looking to relax and soften the tension by doing yoga postures, by using our physical body to connect to our mind, to release and reduce the stress that's in our mind by movement of our body. So when you realize that you have all the tools within you to help remove stress, you don't have to go to external sources. It's just a matter of learning how to move with our bodies to make it work, okay? So prayer posture, which your hands are in, are connected. This balances the brain in and of itself. This is a posture. This is called Anjali Mudra. And so when you have your hands together, you're connecting all the entire hand, the fingertips, the palm, not anything loose like this. You're actually bringing the entire thing together. If you close your eyes, you will notice that you are beginning to balance out the brain. This is a position which is halfway between within your chakras, if you're familiar with the chakra system. So it's the halfway point. It meets right at the heart center. All right, so you would begin from balance and you return to balance by going through the sun breath. So I'm going to demonstrate. So you're going to take your hands in prayer and you're going to lower your hands down to the sides, and then you're going to inhale and sweep them up overhead as you root your feet down into the earth. So you're going down and up at the same time. And then you exhale and you lower the hands to the sides as you pull your navel center in, soften the knees to protect your back, and fold forward, allowing your head to come down. Inhaling, you're going to bring your hands into your spine into a nice flat spine. And then you're exhaling, you bend forward again, allowing your head to hang. Inhale, soften the knees, and you reach the arms up, sweeping them up and overhead. And then exhale, and you're going to bring your hands back down into prayer posture, coming back to the balance point. So we'll do that again. The thing that I wanted to explain for people, if you have back issues, very important to bend your knees. You don't want to put any strain on your spine. Okay, so this is accessible to everybody, but you just keep the knees very bent. And then you don't go lower than, like men who run have very tight hamstrings. So this might be your forward fold, and that's okay. You don't have to go further down. If you have high blood pressure, you don't want to drop your head below your heart either. So you want to keep it at a 90 degree. So a modification would be you're inhaling up, and then you're exhaling and you're folding, and this might be your forward fold. You're just inhaling and straightening more, exhaling, and then inhaling, slowly rise up. So that way it's modified for everybody, okay? Mm-hmm. You can also do the exact thing sitting in a chair. You have your bottom on the chair, and all you're doing is you're doing the arm movement, and you're folding from a chair position. Okay, so demonstrate that one more time. You're inhaling as you sweep the arms up and overhead. And then you exhale and you pull the navel center in and you fold forward all the way down. Inhaling, rising into a flat spine. Exhaling as you fold. Softening the knees, lifting the hands upwards, sweeping them up and overhead. And then exhaling, the hands come down, around, and into prayer posture. And just doing 2 or 3 of these a day, you wake up, it energizes you and it calms you and it clears your energy field all at the same time. So,
perfect. Oh, that looks easy enough that even I can do, because I am so not flexible whatsoever.
People always say, I can't do yoga because I'm not flexible. You need to do yoga, because if you don't do yoga, you lose your flexibility. As you age, you become tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter. And then what happens is we lose our balance. What is one of the biggest things that for senior citizens actually causes them is their balance. So if you learn to work with balance, you can actually shift your life in a lot of ways. And so don't say you can't do yoga because you're not flexible. Do yoga to become more flexible.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I do stretches, but I don't practice yoga, which I definitely have to do at least what you demonstrated, at the very least.
Yoga, people give the name of yoga because it's the connection of the body, mind, and the spirit. Okay? But stretching is still doing something for your body. Mm-hmm. People caught up and you have to do yoga, just make sure you're doing something for yourself. Do, something to allow your body to move and feel more vibrant. So,
Yeah.
okay,
Cool.
so this is another posture. It's called cat-cow posture. And before I get into it, the first thing that you want to make sure about is protecting your hands and your wrists. Some people have hands and wrist issues, and it's very hard for them to place their hands on the ground. So if you need to, you can make them into fists, or you can actually roll something up, a blanket, a mat, or something underneath to cut the angle if you're feeling any discomfort in the front of your wrists. The last thing we want to do is cause any uncomfortableness. So you have your hands directly underneath your shoulders, the wrists underneath the shoulders. You have your knees directly underneath the hips. And you're going to inhale as you slowly drop the belly down, open and expand through the heart and look forward. And then as you exhale, you pull the navel center in, rounding the spine, pressing through the hands and dropping the chin into the chest. Inhaling, so you feel each and every vertebra clicking like you're a slinky, and you look forward. And then you exhale and you pull the navel center in, pressing through the hands, pressing through the knees, and arching like a Halloween cat. Inhaling as you look forward, relaxing your neck and shoulders, and then exhaling as you round. And then on the inhale, you come back to neutral. And then another posture that I think we could go to right from here would be child's pose. So you're on your knees, and there's a couple of different variations. You could extend your arms out in front of you and fold forward. Now, some people cannot get their head to the ground, so you can make fists with your hands, place them on the ground, and put your head on this nice little pillow. And another variation, because some people actually get a little claustrophobic in this posture, is you can widen your knees, okay? And then sit in this posture. By putting your hands on your third eye like this, you're actually activating your sense of intuition and calming. And you sit here and you breathe. And you're breathing into the back of the body, expanding the back. In this posture, and I'll slowly rise up so I can speak to you. In this posture, your head is below your heart, again, unless you have high blood pressure. If you have high blood pressure, definitely do this or prop your head up. So you can just have your head, you could do the same posture, like just resting your head on a kitchen table, sitting on a chair. Okay, so for people who can't get on their knees, you could do the same posture sitting cross-legged. And then what you can do is you take pillows and you prop a bunch of pillows up in front of you, okay, and you come like so. And you could build them up as high as works for you. Here's another pillow here. So like if this is not an option, I can just sit and relax in this position. And what are you doing? You're surrendering. You're calming yourself down. You're releasing and relaxing through the nervous system. If this doesn't work for you because you feel all claustrophobic, then adjust the posture so you can just be in a passive position. But what you're doing is you're actually working on the back of the body. You're stretching the back of the body, and you're surrendering the head below the heart, so it works towards calming the nervous system.
No, I like all those modifications. It really does cater to, well, everybody, regardless of age and health conditions.
It's really important because people say, I can't do it because I'm old or stiff, or because I have students, I say, just come to class. I said, even if you have an injury, and we modify, they sit in chairs, and you could do almost every posture sitting in a chair.
Yeah, exactly.
The key is to just take the time every single day to do something for you. I mean, people come to yoga class and it's like they come and, they leave and they feel good, but they don't know why. It's like, I didn't do anything, or I really didn't do much. Why is it? Because you've taken yourself out of your regular life. You've spent time with yourself, breathing, gently moving, holding postures. at the end, we always end in Shavasana, which is a deep relaxation where you're lying on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And you allow all of the movement and the energy that we have done to then do its work by assimilating into your nervous system. And you wake up and you're like, wow, I feel really good. It's like going on a vacation. So if you could just take 10 minutes and say, I'm going to do some sun breaths, I'm going to do child's pose like we just discussed, I'm going to do some cat cow, and then I'm going to lay on my back and put some soft music on or whatever makes you relax. Your whole life, your whole day could be transformed because you can dissolve away everything. Okay, maybe your mind is still going to be doing the chitter chatter, but the more you work towards it, the quicker you can learn to dissolve the chitter chatter of the mind by using breathing and sound therapy and yoga.
Yeah. Oh, I love sound therapy. I noticed like over time, it's just your default, I guess your default state of being is not as tense as you say, right? So
Mhm.
perfect.
Like, as I said, I love the chimes. Just listening to sound.
Mhm.
Everybody knows walking by and hearing a wind chime.
Cool. Well, I'll have to direct people to your Facebook, Lisa Gniady. Her website will be ready in 3 weeks. So I'll put that anyways in the description below. And here she just showed us what, four? That must have been four or five easy moves that would help anybody just get out of fight flight mode immediately. So
Mhm.
thank you so much, Lisa.
It is such a pleasure. Thank you for having me on. And I love to be able to share my passion and the things I love to do in life with people. So thank you.